A volunteer at a South Valley church was sentenced today for molesting a young teenager. 63-year-old Alton Duro will spend 25 years in prison.
Action News South Valley reporter Jessica Paris is live at the Tulare County Courthouse in Visalia now with what happened in court. Jessica?
Well, at first, Alton Duro shook his head and sighed as if frustrated when a judge told him he would sentence him to 25 years in prison. He initially thought he struck a plea deal for 20 years in prison. Alton Duro, the volunteer chaplain, admits to most of the charges, and today he apologized to the victim. Nearly 1 year after the accusations were brought to light, Alton Duro's wife Linda and the victim arrived at the Tulare County Courthouse ready to speak to Duro in court for his sentencing. Cameras were not allowed inside. In court, the now 17-year-old victim said the molestation she endured made her depressed and suffer hallucinations. Duro's wife says the victim has tried to be strong, but has gone through emotional and physical pain from the sexual abuse by Duro.
She has been through a tremendous amount because of the abuses that have been inflicted on her.
Known as Pastor Gene, before his arrest, Duro was a church volunteer, even leading recovery groups and acting as a volunteer chaplain. In a statement submitted to the victim and judge in court today, Alton Duro writes, "What I do know from 10+ years of actively helping individuals, couples, adults, and youth groups through recovery programs and ministry is that the only thing we have control over is our choice. I, of course, cannot change the past, though I sincerely want to make things right. I realize that to be impossible." Linda Duro says while she has forgiven her husband, she still thinks he deserves prison time for his actions.
He has to serve his consequences, the consequences of his actions. That just means that what he did no longer has any control or effect on my life.
Duro initially faced 23 charges of child molestation and sexual assault. Instead, he struck a plea deal with prosecutors to serve 25 years in prison in exchange for pleading no contest to 4 charges. Linda Duro says today's sentencing has brought closure for both her and the victim.
For both the victim and I, it's a matter of this is a final chapter in this section of our life and the beginning of a new chapter for us. Now we can really begin to heal.
That's right, and in court, the victim did talk about having to leave public school, but that she is continuing her studies online and that she hopes with today's sentencing she can begin a new phase of her life. Live in Visalia, Jessica Paris, ABC 30 Action News.